Nathalie from LineDotArrow from the Netherlands, and I'm here with today's video for the collaboration that is hosted by Mandy from Sunflowers and Doors. It's day 27, and this is a schedule of the Out with a Bang 25. And over here I have the daily prompts, and mine is Summer Through My Window. So it has to be something with a window. I will put all the links to the papers in the description box of this video. And as I said, I will link down all the information, but we got three kits to work with. We had the Faded Impressions and also Shabby Things, and those are from Mandy from Sunflowers and Doors, and I will have their Etsy store link down below. And there's also the Vintage Florals, and that is a coffee shop link that I will list down below. And that's a kit from Julie's Papercrafts. And I had to say, I had a hard time choosing the papers because I thought they were all pretty, but the shabby one was, well, really shabby, and it's very pretty, but I waited until the exact moment that I started to film to make sure that I was in a good vibe, because honestly I have just thought of what I'm going to create. It's 26th of August, and tomorrow my video needs to be ready, which I will make for sure. I printed out a few papers. These are the ephemera pieces. I just cut out some random pieces that I thought would be great because there's so much in it. I really like these. And then I have these papers printed, and also on the back, I believe this is a freebie, if I'm correct, because there are also freebies for both kits. And yeah, the freebies are an addition to the original kit. So yeah, you can play with these too. I also have a few vellum pieces. These are a little bit thicker, not sure. Yeah, this is thicker vellum, and this is, I believe, all from the same, although one of these might be actually chalk paper, which is also a sort of vellum. So I have that. Then I also have, let me check because I have a lot, craft paper. This is a single page, and I glued 3 of them together, so I have a sturdy base to work with. Maybe I need to take you up just a little. Yeah. And I also have, let me get this out of the way, banners. Well, not banners. I don't know how these are called anymore in English. Die cuts. Yeah. From banner shaped, well, they are banner shaped. These are white, as you can see. I don't believe these are from an actual brand. I have these in my stash for ages. I don't even remember if I ever used them. Some are a little bit crooked over here, but I think it will still work. And then I have a bunch of paper clips. My plan is to make a sort of see-through windowy banner / paperclip embellishment piece. I'm not sure if it will work because, yeah, I didn't do anything. I didn't test because I thought just create on the spot. Usually that works best. But I do see I need to clean my desk a little. I will do that. And then I'm going to get my Sizzix die cut machine and showing you what I'm going to cut out. This is going to be a voiceover video because I know when I start crafting, this can take like 4 hours, and I don't want to have you sit for 4 hours to watch one simple project. So I will speed up and do a voiceover and show you all the necessary steps and of course the end result. So I am putting the banners on the craft paper, and I have 4 sizes. You have the smallest and then it goes up to the biggest one. So I'm using the 4th with the 2nd and the 3rd with the if that makes sense. So that's the way you create a frame. And I'm not going to use the smaller banners because they are actually too small to use in this project. So I'm only going for the larger ones. So I'm trying to decide which image I'm going to use for which banner, cutting it to size, which is actually very easy to do. It needs a little bit of trim, it's a little bit too wide. And now I'm looking for the second image. I'm going to use the middle one. So now I'm going to ink the frames. Just spraying them with a little bit of mix of alcohol and water. Just inking the edges with what is the scored timber? I used scored timber, and the other color is Uncharted Mariner, the blue one I'm going to add later. And they are both from Tim Holtz Distress Ink. I use these a lot, and I particularly like the blue color because it matches the papers very well. After inking the frames, I also add a little bit of blue to the images, the ladies' images, to kind of make the blue pop a little bit more. And now I'm gluing the frames onto the images. And this is going to be the front side of your paperclip. And of course, I'm going to do the same on the other side, but on that side, I'm also going to add a vellum like glass, well, window. It's not glass, but an actual window. And now I'm gluing on the image. Okay, I'm also going to cut out from the same paper, the 3-layered cardstock paper, or craft paper. It is really, it's not cardstock, but I turn it into sort of cardstock by layering 3 pieces. But I'm going to cut out the largest pieces again, so they can be the back side of my banner paperclip. I wanted to make some fabric embellishment, and here I have a cotton, it's a batting sheet, but it's rather thin. Of course, it's washed. And I ripped some strips, and I have a stamp that has like label shape stamps, and I'm stamping on that platform and adding stamps on the other side too. Also stamping, and I'm going to add numbers and signatures and words. So I'm going to cut the labels, going to tear them
to size, and I'm going to do this with all the stamps so I can put them on the project and maybe future projects, because I'm sure I will not use all of these. But this is a great way to use your stamps and fabrics, and in this case it's going to enhance the frames a lot because they are so pretty. And it goes so well with the beautiful images, and I'm just figuring out which label I'm going to use on which frame. I'm also punching out a circle, which didn't work. So I had to punch out a second one because the top was off. And I'm just gluing on the circle to make it a little bit more sturdy, adding some cheesecloth to layer so it can be put on the frame a little bit lower and will not be, well, it will be a little bit more sturdy and will not fall off. And also adding pieces of cheesecloth underneath, and this is going on top. Now I'm looking for things to put on the other. Oh no, I still am working on this one, sorry. I added a little piece of lace, and now I'm going to the other one, adding a little bit of blue on the frame too. And I'm going to cut a little piece of blue lace. Also goes very well with the blue of the papers. I really like those papers. Yeah, they are. You can make it grungy. You can make it anything you like. Actually, it's a beautiful set of papers. I'm going to sew around the frames and the labels. So I sewn around the frames, and I also wanted to add eyelets. I could have done this afterwards when I already glued them together, but I don't know why I did. I also sewn around the backside, inked, and I also need to attach the paperclip, of course. First ink the other part too. I'm going to attach the paperclip, and you put the small side on the inside and the long piece on the back side. I'm just adding a little bit of tape. I was doubting if I want to make a dangle, but later in the video I pull it aside a little because I do want to make a sort of hook to put on a dangle. Now I'm gluing both parts together. And you can see me slide the paperclip over here a little bit to the outside so you can put something on. Also going to put in the eyelets. Like I said, I could have punched the holes now. I didn't have to do that at front, but yeah, I didn't know at the time. I'm also adding a paperclip in the label, in the fabric label. So moving on to the second paperclip banner frame. Also adding the paperclip, and this time I'm leaving room to put on a dangle. Again, attaches with the tape to secure it a little bit more, and then glue everything together. But on this one I'm also adding a little layer of lace between the frames, so the front and the back side. And now I'm going to glue on the whole thing. And I actually went over it with a sewing machine after I glued stuff together to make sure the frames were attached real good. But if you use like Fabri-Tac or something, I don't think you need to do that. So now I'm adding the label with the lace, the stamp label we just created. Just need some fixing of the trimming. And I'm also gluing a little bit in between the layers to make sure it stays together. And I'm going to add a little mini doily on this one. It has the perfect color of blue and a hole in the middle, so I can punch a eyelet in. I just like to use eyelets a lot in my crafts. Layering an eyelet, that is what I like to use. Just need to make the hole a little bit bigger because it didn't fit very well. and again cleaning up the cutting. So I'm adding a ribbon on the paper clip dangle piece, just tying it over there. And I'm also making it fray and gluing it down a little bit on the doily to make sure it stays on the right spot. And I'm also going to sew over the ribbon, as you can see in a little bit. And I also put ribbons on the other frame.
So here we have the final result. This is how it looks at the back. You can use it to write on, so it's a secret writing spot. You can clip something on in your journal. You could also place the paperclip on top, of course, or on the bottom, and then you can even have two paper clips. So you create, obviously you should do that on the left side. I do not have a journal ready. I'm sort of on a holiday in August. I have a few more days and then I will be back with the channel and everything. So that's why I didn't create a full journal. But if you have a clip on here and you clip it on like so and then slide it over like so, it can be a tuck spot too. But I think one paper clip is going to be sufficient, a sufficient use in your journals, because it's adding embellishments. It's adding something extra to your paper. As you can see, it has the layering going on, and you can clip this one obviously on the other side. I'm just going to do it like so, and when you place it like this, you also have the dripping going on over here. So it's going to be a removable banner window, I think it's called. I don't know, but yeah, this is my project for Out with a Bang. Make sure you check out all the other videos too. There is a playlist that is linked down below this video. And there you can see all the videos that are already made, because we are at day 27. So we have already 26 or more videos, because some days have 2 videos. And also make sure you check out the papers. These are just a few elements from the kit, which are absolutely gorgeous. Because I absolutely like these colors, the browns, and these are very cool too. But yeah, I had a lot of fun, and thank you for inviting me. And also I have to say, I had a lot of, it was not easy to pick a kit. Like I said, thank you so much for inviting me. And it wasn't easy to pick a kit because we got so many papers to work with, and I like this one. I like the shabby one a lot too. Don't get me wrong, but I wanted to do something with the blue, because blue is my favorite color, and the papers with the florals, the vintage florals, was absolutely stunning too. So yeah, make sure you check out those papers. I have linked everything down below. Also make sure you see the previous videos. Yeah, but this is it. We still have 28, 29 and day 30 and 31. But all of these videos you can see already. So yeah, make sure if you post something using the papers, following the videos, or do your own thing, but following Out with a Bang 25, use the hashtag JJF Out with a Bang 25 on your post, on your videos, so we can all see. Yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you liked the video. Leave a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, maybe you want to be a subscriber to my channel. I have all the information down below from the design team, of the Facebook group, of the challenges. And yeah, leave a comment below the video. I will always respond. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay creative. I hope to see you the next time. Greetings from the Netherlands. Bye bye. Bye.